Touchdown. Touchdown. Touchdown.
Hi guys, thanks for joining us again on another episode of Music and Marriage. My name is Nikita, I am your host, and this is my co-host.
I'm like Red Square, and we're there one more time. You know the thing, all right? Brand new episode, Music and Marriage podcast. Let's talk.
Yes, my handsome co-host. We hope that this podcast is reaching you wherever you are in the world in good health and in good spirits.
Most definitely. And before we move forward, you know, as always, we have to big up our sponsors, Simply Rose Craft. You know, if you need your home decor, if you need your merch, if you need your door signs, please contact Simply Rose Craft. She has a website, simplyrosecraft.com, or you can check her out on Instagram at Simply Rose Craft. All right.
Can you give the people them a little bit of what's happening at the back of the shirt?
Oh, yeah. There we go.
Can y'all really
She got
see?
all that down pat.
Yeah, you know, like...
So, check out Simply Rose, you know what I mean?
Yes.
If thanks for the merch, Simply Rose. Big up yourself.
Yes, make sure you guys go over there and support her. Also support Nikki Glitz Cosmetic if you need any loose glitter for your eyes, your nails, any palettes. You know, brushes and lip glosses are coming soon to her line. Make sure you guys go over to her website, nikkiglitzcosmetic.com, and make your purchase.
Yes, most definitely.
Yes, before we get into the show, hold on. Before we get into the pre-topic, I have to encourage you guys, please go over to our channel on YouTube. If you are listening to us on a streaming platform, please go over to our YouTube channel, I'm Like Red Square Official. You need to change your name there, you know. Like this,
Yeah,
that's
we gonna
not our
revamp
like. Yeah, you got to figure that out.
We're gonna revamp it for the new year.
Anyways, it's I'm Like Red Square Official, so that's AMLAKREDSQUARE Official on YouTube. And if you are viewing us on YouTube, please go over to a streaming platform and subscribe to our podcast, iHeartRadio, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, wherever podcasts are published, wherever they are
Streamed.
That's the word I'm looking for. Wherever they're streaming, make sure you guys go over and subscribe. We're on all of them pretty much. Thank you guys so much for joining us again on another episode. So let's get into it. What's the pre-topic? What's going on? What's been on your mind?
One thing I wanted to ask, right?
Mm-hmm.
Do you think that if it turns out, right? Like I know we discussed this a couple weeks ago with the DNA, right?
Mm-hmm.
If it turns out that a man is not the father, do you think that it is his responsibility to still take care of the child?
Yes and no.
Why yes and why no? Elaborate.
Because I believe that if you're going to decide that you're going to stay in this child's life knowing that you are not the father, you have to play some type of role.
Even before you get to that point, if it's the decision-making process, really a question. Do you think that if you are not the father, the DNA test said you are not the father, whether you find out at birth or later down in a life, seeing before the child can actually take care of itself, his or herself, do you feel like it is on the man to say, I am going to step up and do this? Is his responsibility? Should he automatically still step up and do what him to do? Because he's already in the child's life, or he's already there with the baby mother or whatever before she have birth, and
knowing that the child is not his?
Knowing that the child is not female?
I don't feel like he's obligated.
Okay.
When you put it in that way, I don't feel like he's obligated for the mere fact that it's not his child. I mean, if he decides to stay around and take care of the child and help the mother out within whatever ways he can, that's on his good conscience. That's him being a good person. That's
admirable.
Him. Huh?
Admirable.
Exactly. It's an admirable, behavior that you can look and say, well, he's a nice guy. But outside of that, I don't think he's obligated. I mean, if it's not my child, I don't have no. I'm not responsible. I'm not even responsible for you as a girlfriend. So why am I responsible for your child?
So you wouldn't look upon a man a certain way if, 6 years into the fatherhood, him find out say he's not the father and he decides to step away and leave the mother and leave the child alone.
I would be a hypocrite, not saying a hypocrite, but I would be wrong if I look at him a certain type of way, because he has that right. You know, he was deceived into thinking that this child was his. So on the strength of that alone, like, you try to play me. So why you think I'm gonna be here? Some men do decide that they're gonna stick around just for the mere fact that they've built a bond and a connection and a love with this child. You know, so they decide that, you know, I'm gonna be here regardless, or because I have love for this child. But I don't feel like he's obligated, or he's gonna be looked at, or he should be looked at in a different way because he decides that he wants to step back, because maybe it's for his own betterment mentally, because he might be looking at the child and having resentment every time he sees this child. And with that building up, you never know what that can lead to in the mind state that he's in. You get what I'm saying? So you have to be thoughtful and mindful of that as well.
Yeah. I mean, personally, still, I feel like, even though it gonna leave a bad taste in a mouth, knowing that you're not the father, I think you should still continue to play the role of father.
Especially if the father's not there,
You know what I
or
mean?
not going
I
to
think
be
that
there.
you should. Obligation is a
That's
strong
what I was
word.
going to ask. Do you think he's obligated to? That's what I was going to ask
It's
you.
a strong word.
Or do you feel
but
like he's mandated
obligated to the child.
But he's not obligated to the child because it's not his.
Is a strong term.
His emotions is involved.
But I feel like,
but he's not obligated.
If you're in this child's life up until a certain age, 6, then for argument's sake, and you build that connection and whatever, and now this child is depending on you to provide that stability, that everything that a child needs, that nurturing, that paternal nurturing. And I feel like if you have already built that connection, then you should continue. You should continue in the best interest of the child, not the mother. I mean, not talk about the mother.
Yeah, but some men are going to look at it and say, well, it's not my jit, so I don't really care. I'm going to keep it pushing, and you know what I'm saying?
While me can understand,
I mean,
when a man make that decision, they must still feel like,
please, these men,
if you've built a connection with this child, me still feel like,
I would say most men don't care.
Some kind of obligation.
I would say most men
still feel that.
I would say, and I'm gonna say this, I would say most men would not give two shits about feeling obligated or feeling like they got to stick around. Most men don't even want to stick around for their own damn kids that they know is theirs.
That is true.
So you know what I'm saying? Most men is definitely gonna be like, "Alright, shorty, bye."
I'm just trying to be objective, I
understand what you're saying.
In the way of
your thinking and how you're bringing it across. I definitely understand.
The thing is, the normal way of thinking would be what you have suggested, and I feel like it causes more harm than good.
Of course.
You understand what I say? I feel like at the end of the day, the youth are gonna get hurt. You understand what I mean? You know what I say? And then furthermore, what are the reasons why you end up being in the child's life as a father and not the biological father? You have to ask these questions. You know what I mean? Like, you have to look. There is no
reason. You just got to be there because you're a parent. So that's probably what his mentality was.
Why this woman give you the youth and not the biological father, the youth? You understand what I say?
Crosses. Or maybe in my crosses
that are the number one. She definitely messed up. You understand what I say? But at the end of the day, you also have to look on the father, the biological father.
Yeah,
Is he in a position to step in and be responsible? Did she do this because she knows that him not responsible enough? And you, as the man, were in the position where she think is responsible enough to take care of the youth, should also scan the whole scenario, not just yourself.
Yeah, I agree with that one day. Because there's no way in shape or form you're going to look upon me and go have our next baby out the road and then come back in and then I'm going to say, well, we can't look upon it as a child and we have to scan the whole thing as a broad thing and this, that. Like, no.
Me personally, I'm going to look on the whole scenario. You understand what I say? I'm not going to be no fool. But I'm going to look on the whole scenario and say, all right. What do I really want to?
Your intentions might not match mine.
Hold on. I'm going to look on the whole scenario, right? And say, what do I really want to contribute to society? You know, what are my obligations? What are my obligations to society?
You're such a good person.
Why would I leave this youth and now fatherless and know say this brother who is the biological father is a bumble when I really care about kids and just want to do him own thing, and this youth and now fatherless are going to end up come be another statistic. One society could have end up come rob and kill you or rob and kill another person because them never have the guidance that is necessary to contribute positively and impact our society positively. You understand what I'm saying?
I agree and I understand.
Like we have to...
I understand what you're saying, but as I said to you before, the same reason why the men who know that these children is theirs and they decide that they're not going to be there regardless.
I understand that, but me I move past that point.
It's hard to move past it because that's what society is, and it's been that way since...
So what we're going to do? Just accept it or we're going to do something to
definitely,
change it?
But we can't do anything to change it. The men have to do things to change it.
Yeah, but the conversation and the thinking.
Of course.
But
the thinking is going to have to change with the individual persons. Like, we have to make sure that each person understand, like, listen.
The decisions where you make are going to impact.
In fact, it's going to impact or affect your children's lives one way or the other.
Alone,
exactly. Exactly, because the citizens that you're raising in your house are going to be a part of society one day.
Decision is fucked up. Definitely. You're not supposed to do that. You're not supposed to put that upon me. You have to allow me to make that decision for myself. Me understand that. And me respect that. But me I move past that now and me I say, all right, the scenario is this now. Should I leave or should I stay?
I'm gone.
Me I go look on the whole thing. And if him good and my sister says I'm gonna have him mute them and take care of them and everything, I say, yo, you know what? Why you never give the youth to the real father in the first place?
And keep it pushing. Listen, even if your girl is taking care of her kids, I ain't playing stepmama for nobody. I'm good.
Yeah, but if the father not there, it's not like you're a step. It's not like...
If the mother is not there, and it would be the mother for me.
It can't be the mother.
If the mother of the situation is absent, I will play the mother role, no?
No, we are talking about like in terms of paternity fraud.
Okay.
And the father, you give the man a jacket. And the man find out say a jacket. And the father now, where the biological father, he does not want to be a father. You understand what I said?
It ain't nobody's fault that you went and breed for a bum. Like, you have to deal with the consequences of your actions. At the same time, you have poor judgment as a woman. You should know the type of stature of a man that you slept with, what type of father he's going to be, because at the end of the day, men show who they are from up front. Most of them. Most men show you. Sometimes you don't want to see the signs. But they show. No. They show you. We just choose not to see it because we're so in love. That's the thing.
I'm not gonna
disagree. With that, like, you have to be careful. Like,
come
on, man.
You're right.
You just say you want breed for any man, and then you expect our next man for come in and then come take up your burden because me there with you. No, good girl, and then you want to come make me feel say am I pitney? Hell no. I don't give two shits about that. Like, you deceive me, you're a liar, you're a cheater, you're all of the above. So why am I going to give you my next 18 years of my life to help take care of a youth that's not mine? And next thing you know, say the youth will come grow up and I disrespect you and I tell you, say, you ain't my daddy, you ain't this, you ain't. No, I'm a good.
Yeah, but on the flip side, the youth can grow up and become a good citizen and say,
I'll
you know,
help
so that
from
youth,
a distance.
and you know, so
I
that,
will
that,
help from
and
a
say to
distance.
himself, you know, say that man, even though he knows say Moses my father, him still make sure say me alright, him take
And I
care
will
of me, show me good values, show me
as you
everything that
said,
is
it's
right,
admirable.
and because of him, why I am who I am today. Like, don't make it balance the thing, don't make it seem like it got always turn out negative, because that
Majority
is
of
not
the
so.
time it does.
Yeah, but we have to
try not to think about the negativity
we
part
have
of
to
it.
we have to recreate the way how we see scenarios and situations.
Yeah, but at
Because
the
at the
same
end
time,
of
we
the day,
can't be blind to the thing, the
cannot be
same thing
blind.
that's going to keep
We nah
happening
say be
over and
blind.
over.
We nah say
But
be
that's
blind.
kind of what you're going to be doing if
We
you're
nah
going to
say
know
be
that the
blind.
situation is going to turn out this way, but you're going to say, all right, I'm going to give him the benefit of
No,
the doubt.
what
And
I
then
am
when you're
saying-
screwed in the end, then what is going to happen?
No, you're not listening to me. What I am saying is, you take a stock of the whole scenario
Yeah,
before
but
you make a
can't-
decision.
Yeah, but it's going to
Don't
be hard
rush to judgment
but
and
you
rush
know,
to decision.
But you know personally
Not
that
judgment,
it's
but
hard to
don't
just
rush
make
to
a
the
decision off of one thing, just face forward. It's going to
Exactly.
take time to know somebody. It's going to take time to see their flaws. It's going to take time to see, all right, no, I'm see why the next baby father, they left and they never
that's
stay.
why I would have take
It's going to
myself-
take time.
That's why I would have take
So-
myself out of being a husband or being a boyfriend and just concentrate on being a father.
Yeah,
to the
but
child.
how am I gonna not be a boyfriend to you, but I want to be a father to your child? Yeah, you thirsty for a child, like go breed somebody.
I don't think it's.
Yeah, that's you being thirsty for a child.
that's a
Go breed
negative way to
somebody.
look at
No,
that.
I don't see it like
It's
that.
truly negative.
Why am I? If I'm not in a relationship with you, I'm not dating you anymore. I don't have no feelings for you. I'm not even around you. But yet still, I'm still playing a father role for your child. That's a little, for me as a woman, I
Initially-
would take that creepy.
Initially, if we find out quick, then definitely it will be a different scenario. But if me create a
worse, like
bond,
how I
but
made
if
it
me
that
grow with the
it's
youth,
not your
if me I
child.
grow with the youth and I create a bond with the youth, Nikita, it
That's
just
different.
But that's what I'm saying.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
That is what I'm saying.
Okay. All right. So I misunderstood.
That is what I'm saying.
If that is the situation, the guys that is under where, you know, you're there for him
Yeah.
and you're just being a
Remember I was
mentor a
saying,
certain way,
6-year-old, I'm going to find out. We
find out that
already,
he's not yours.
the
Okay.
parameters are there. So we just a reason within the parameters. We're
Okay.
not reason, if you want reason outside of
okay.
it, no problem, but state it.
Okay.
You understand what I say? So me a reason within the parameters of, we find out that the child is not mine at a certain age and we already have built a connection. We already have built
Yeah, 6
a,
years.
a father-son or a father-daughter connection. Like,
It's
within
going to be
myself,
hard.
it's got difficult for now take with myself because me and the child already are born.
It's going to be difficult, but it's something that I will have to do for my personal mindset, for my mental, because I'm going to think of the deceit all the time. Every time I see your mama, I'm going to think of that shit. I might not think of it when I see you because at the end of the day, there's an
And
unconditional
that's
love
what I
that's
say,
there.
me feel like me would have to, is most definitely we
There's
have
an
to go
unconditional
separate.
love, but I will have to take myself
Separate the
away
fatherhood
because
from,
I would
from
feel...
being a man or a
Yeah, but
husband
I wouldn't
or whatever the
even...
case may be.
I don't know. It's weird.
difficult
It would
situation.
still be weird. It's a difficult situation, yes, but it would still be weird for you not to be the father and still stick around and we're not together. Like
So
it
all
would,
man still be father to them children and don't
because
get with
they're the father.
it. Right.
That's the thing. They're the father. If you're not the father, what are you doing around my kid? Like, get out of here. Nah,
That
I'm
is,
not.
as a woman,
Yeah, that's
once
my.
me find out, so you give me the
yeah.
jacket, you just expect me to go on.
I mean, yeah, you can go on after that. I mean, what else you gonna do? You're not come sit down and make my life a living hell because you're gonna sit down and remind me about this and all the other things.
gonna
Like
remind you
most
about
men do shit like that, and then the argument and the constant bickering and oh yeah, it's gonna be silly jokes like oh same
It
how
gonna
you gave me that.
definitely be
You know, it's gonna be awkward. It's gonna be uncomfortable.
yeah.
So I don't
I
really
could see
want
that.
you to be around and then for you to play a father role and then expecting me to be able to relay messages and information that's happening within the child's life. Like example, if something happens at school. And the principal calls or the teacher calls and they're giving me the information as a mother. As a mother, you will relay that information to the father as well, right?
Right.
I wouldn't feel comfortable calling you like, you know what happened to Buki today in school?
Because you know you're fucked up.
Because you're not the daddy. Like
Because
what
you
am
know
I-
you're fucked up. Don't say that
That
because
too,
I'm not
but-
daddy. Because you know so you're fucked up. That's why you're going to feel a certain way because you give me a jacket when you shouldn't have.
Yeah, but
Say
that's-
that.
I wouldn't feel no way about that. Like it is what it is. it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Like, if it happens, it happens. If man could I get jacket, if man could I breathe, them want a jacket to then I walk on this earth, alright? So only don't make it look like say a woman because it's the whole woman have
me always a balance the conversation. Always. Always. Me never do that yet. Me keep it balanced at all times. As a matter of fact, I'm me are the person who balance this conversation.
This conversation.
The podcast overall. Me are the balancer.
We can do a toll on that one. You're the balancer and I'm the one that give the honest, straightforward opinions.
No, balance balance
you're
can
not
be
balanced.
balance can
you
be
are not balanced.
Honest, straightforward.
You're not.
Balance can
balance
be
is more riding the fence, like whatever goes.
No,
you just
we never ride the fence
with
yet.
it and just be like, all right.
We
I
give
guess,
different perspective,
fine,
but it's always balance and.
So
honest.
my reasons are not balanced.
Not necessarily. It's always geared towards the women.
But I
being
mean,
in the right.
Not necessarily. But at the end of the day, you have to understand. I have to speak on who I'm representing, and you can't talk about woman because you there with enough woman on radio, whatever the case.
May I represent everybody?
No, I can't represent them on them. Most of the time when I met it, me and them are the same thing, alright? Me and them and those ain't the same thing, alright? Okay? So please, no. I can't represent men because most of the time I don't relate to what how y'all feel, the decisions that y'all make. It's mind blowing. It's baffling.
Maybe a couple years from now, your argument to change because your reaction and your conversations are based upon much of the negative things that we have been through as a couple.
And it's not only just you, because I learn from other experiences as well. Like things that I see other people go through, I learn from others' experience. So it's not like, okay, it's just whatever we go through, I judge. Because if that was the case, maybe when I said, man, I drunk, man, I dead dog, and all that. But I don't say that. I love y'all men. Like, men, oh my God.
When did I say man a drunk run dead dog and all of the above?
Never, bruh. I don't do
video,
that.
You know.
Please make sure.
You see the video? Very important. Always.
No, we're going to reel that one back though, because I don't really think I ever said that though.
Trust me. If the listeners them out there, whoever watch this right now, and if you just go
maybe one time he saw not dead dog and not drunk because
screen record the amount of times.
So we saying it like it's so many times.
And then just post it on social media and tag her night.
Don't be petty. Don't be petty, people. Don't be petty. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. For me as a mother, I think it'll be weird. I wouldn't want a man around my child. Like once we're done. And especially if you ain't the father, like, you gotta go. No.
Put it that way. Once you figure out, say, you're not the father and me give you a jacket, then I better you go on. Put it that way.
No, man, I'm not gonna give the jacket if me know say you're not the father. I'm gonna just make it known.
We talk about that.
No, but as a woman, me personally, if I'm ever in that situation where if I'm sleeping with multiple, if I have multiple partners and I'm not sure or unsure of who the father of my child is, I would definitely let everybody know, like, listen, I got another boo thing. And it might not be yours. So let's just get it out in the open from the jump. Before the baby's even born, once I find out I'm pregnant, I'm going to make it known to everyone so that we are all on the same page. So say, all right, then I can't come to you and say, oh, I need such and such for this child because da-da-da-da. And you ain't even sure that because there's 3 other participants. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to be open with it. And I feel like that would kill a lot of drama. Definitely. It would kill a lot of the domestic issues that falls in line after that happens. So I mean, just let us know what you think about this episode. And please, none of y'all don't be sending me no screenshots or nothing that I've said. I've never said anything about men. I love my men, especially my black men. Oh God, I thank you so much for watching this podcast. We give thanks for all of our viewers. We appreciate you guys so much. Wherever you are in the world, we thank you so much for your support. We thank you so much for your viewership. And we hope that you are well. We hope that you continue to view, and we hope that you subscribe, like, share, and comment on this and other episodes of our podcast. Yes. Thank you so much for watching another episode of Music and Marriage. My name is Nikita. I am your host, and this is my co-host.
I'm Black Red Square. Big up on yourself, ladies. don't know.
Well,
the
good
thing.
people and all of my men, I love y'all, my black brothers out there. Much respect and love to y'all, all right? Don't make him come to you, image. I'm
Straight.
gonna feel like some I talk things about to you know,
And
because I don't.
And me attain the image, you know. Are you?
Bro, what are you doing?
Exactly.
No, because you're trying to bring shit up. Like, people probably don't even remember that. You're playing games. Well, good people.
Yeah.